My dear students, welcome back. Today we will going to discuss about the step response of the series RLC circuit and the expression of the Q factor of the inductor as well as the capacitor. The step response of the series RLC circuit, from this circuit we clear to understand that the voltage V is able to applied across the inductor where the resistance R, inductor L and capacitor C are connected in series, and the voltage drop across the inductor which is VL, the voltage drop across the capacitor is the VC, and the voltage drop across the resistance are the VR. In series RLC circuit there are the two energy storing element, and first is the capacitor and next is the inductor. These are the two energy storage element, and such as this circuit give rise to the second order differential equation, and hence which is called as the second order circuit. Means the step response of the series RLC circuit is also called as the second order circuit. Because of that, the inductor L and capacitor C, these two are the energy storage element. In case of the series RLC circuit, there are the two energy storing element which are L and C. Such circuit give rise to second order differential equation. So that once again I have called here this circuit, series RLC circuit, is called as the second order differential equation. Consider that there is a series RLC circuit, and in case of the series RLC circuit is as shown in figure. The switch S is closed at time duration t which is equal to 0, and the step voltage of V volt gets applied to the circuit. So what we do here to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law after switching we get is from this circuit, once the switch S is closed, then the voltage V is able to apply across it, and due to that the current is flowing through the circuit element. The voltage drop across the resistor VR, the voltage drop across the capacitor is a VC, and the voltage drop across the inductor is VL. So what we do, after the KVL we write now the equation in the differential equation. There is a L di by dt plus R into I plus 1 upon C integration of I of dt which is equal to V. Means these L di by dt, R of I, and 1 upon C integration of I into dt, these are the voltage drop across the inductor, and according to the Kirchhoff's voltage law, the summation of all the voltage drop across the element which is equal to total voltage is applied across the element. So that as the V is the step voltage, so constant the once again the differential equation on the both side, means take the differentiation on the both side, means di by dt. So here the differentiating to take the derivative of the constant voltage V which is equal to 0, and this equation is modified L d square I by dt square plus R di by dt plus 1 upon C. Here is the integration and derivative gets cancelled out, therefore only the I parameter should be remains here. So what we do here, after that the d square I by dt square plus R di by dt plus 1 upon Ci which is equal to 0, and 2 here L should be divided to each term. So what we do here, di by dt square plus R upon L di by dt plus 1 upon LC into I which is equal to 0, and whatever the common parameter should be taken the outside here, which is to be transferred from LHS to the RHS, so that parameter gets cancelled out. So what we do here, the differentiation means second order differentiation, d square by dt square di by dt, it will be considered as the letter S, therefore S I square minus R by L S I plus 1 upon LC I which is equal to 0. So this is called as the characteristic equation or auxiliary equation of the series RLC circuit. So the response of the circuit depends upon the nature of the roots of the characteristic equation. the two roots should be given. S of 1 2 which is equal to, there is a b plus minus square root of a square minus b square upon 2. Means from that equation, root equation, S of 1 2 which is equal to minus r upon L plus minus square root of r upon L square minus 4 upon LC divided by 2. Then what we do here, again these two should be multiplied inside the term. That's why minus r upon L plus minus square root of r upon L square minus 1 upon root of LC raised to square. Means here again 2 will become denominator to numerator, and it will be entering into the square root side. That's why that will be 4 should be cancelled. So damping ratio. The second parameter we seen here, there is a damping ratio. It is the ratio of the indication of the opposition form of the circuit in the causes the oscillation and its responses. More the value of this ratio, the less are the chance of the oscillations in the response. So it is the ratio of the actual resistance in the circuit to the critical resistance. Means actual resistance in the circuit to the critical resistance in the circuit, and it is denoted by zeta, and that zeta which is equal to actual resistance to the critical resistance. So the value of the R is given as it is, and the critical resistance which is equal to 1 upon 2 square root of C upon L. So damping ratio is represented here, eta which is equal to R upon R critical which is equal to R upon 2 under root of C upon L. So it is the opposition form of the circuit. Basically the damping ratio is to represent the opposition form of the circuit, and which causes the oscillation in the response. More the value of this ratio, then there is a less chance of the oscillation should be happen in the resonance circuit. Then there is a natural frequency. In the natural frequency we know that if the damping is made is a 0, then response of the oscillations with the natural frequency without any opposition. So that if the damping is made 0, then response oscillation with natural frequency without any opposition, such frequency is called as the frequency of the oscillation. Means at initial level damping, once the signal will be damped at its peak level, and after some time it will be decreases and come to the 0 level, that type of the frequency is called as the frequency of the oscillations to complete the one cycle. That's why its angular frequency should be given. There is omega n which is equal to 1 upon square root of LC. So that omega n which is equal to 2 pi f of n. That's why Fn which is equal to 1 upon 2 pi square root of LC. So using this value of the roots of the equation, the S of n which is equal to zeta omega n plus minus omega n under root of zeta square minus 1. So what we do here, S1 there is a zeta omega n plus minus j omega n into 1 minus under 1 minus zeta square. So here is the minus 1, and that minus root of minus 1 which is equal to j, and that j will become outside the integration sign, outside the root sign. So that the parameter, the root of the equation is S of 1 2 which is equal to zeta omega n plus minus j omega n into root of 1 minus zeta square. Thus the responses are totally depend on the alpha. There is a alpha parameter, alpha, beta, angular frequency in this way. Therefore alpha which is equal to zeta into omega, and alpha is the attenuation factor. So that attenuation which is equal to zeta into omega n. So that actual frequency of the oscillation at which is called as the damped frequency, and damped frequency is a given which is equal to root of 1 minus zeta square. So that where from that equation the omega d is the actual frequency of the oscillation or damped frequency when zeta which is equal to 0. So that here omega d is which is equal to omega n which is equal to natural frequency, and we have right now the current equation that there is I of t which is equal to k1 into e raised to minus alpha plus j omega dt plus k2 into e raised to minus alpha minus j omega d into t. Where is the k1 and k2? These are the two constant, and we have to be calculated that constant is totally depends upon the attenuation factor and the damped frequency. Then expression for the Q factor of the inductor and capacitor. Sometimes they ask the question for the examination. There is a define the quality factor and derive the expression for the Q factor for the inductor and the capacitor. Or sometime it will be asked the examination point of view. There is a write a short note on the figure of the merit. Means any competitive examination for theoretical examination may be asked for this type of the question. Maybe it is very important in concern with the GATE examination also. So what is the answer for this question? Define the quality factor. Answer is the resonance of the phenomena is observed in the AC circuit consisting the reactive element such as inductor and capacitor, and these two elements are the basic passive element of the energy storage type. Its capacitor is to store the charge in the form of the ions, positive ions and negative ions, etc. And it is found it is convenient to express the efficiency with which these elements store element, and it is found that it is total simpler to compare the various inductors, capacitors in terms of the efficiency, and for designing such circuit is measured as a quality factor, and this quality factor is also called as the figure of merit. So the figure of merit or quality factor is defined as the Q which is equal to 2 pi minus maximum energy stored per cycle to the energy dissipated per cycle. This quality factor is initially defined the 2 minus maximum energy stored of that element to the how much the energy should be dissipated per cycle, that will be measured for the quality factor. So that let us derive the expression for the quality factor of the inductor and capacitor C. For the first circuit, there is a supply voltage Vs is able to apply across the capacitor, and the voltage drop across the capacitor should be V0 of t. To find out the figure of merit or quality factor in concern with the capacitor, and instead of the capacitor we just remove this component by the inductor, and the voltage supply voltage V of S is able to apply across it and to find out the figure of merit. Then consider the sinusoidal voltage V is applied to an inductor with leakage resistance R in series as shown in figure. Basically the value of the R which is equal to 0, but on practically there is some leakage current is available and which is flowing through the circuit. So the maximum energy stored per cycle is given by E of L which is equal to 1 upon 2 L into I of M square. L is the value of the inductor and maximum value of the current in the circuit. Means this parameter is indicated by the maximum current is flowing through the circuit. So that average power dissipated in the inductor is given by the total energy dissipated per cycle is given, and energy dissipated is given the energy dissipated per cycle which is equal to the actual dissipated power to the frequency, and this dissipated power is given 1 upon 2 Im square R upon F. So that here the F is stands for frequency of the operating frequency, which is called as the generally operating frequency. So how to find out the average power dissipated in the inductor? There is a total energy dissipated to the energy dissipated per cycle. So by the definition the quality factor of the inductor is given by quality factor which is equal to 2 pi actual energy dissipated, actual total energy dissipated per cycle to the energy dissipated. So we have substituted the value in the quality factor Q which is equal to 2 pi 1 upon 2 L, the square of the maximum current flowing through the circuit, upon the energy dissipated per cycle which is given 1 upon 2 Im square R upon F. So what we do here, that parameter gets cancelled out, the common parameter is 1 by 2, here is the 1 by 2 and here is the 1 by 2, these two parameter gets cancelled out. Then one more parameter is cancelled, there is a I of m square and here is I of m square, these two parameter again gets cancelled out. And this operating frequency f is a transfer from numerator to denominator side, so that the equation should be formed, there is a 2 pi f into L, 2 pi f into L upon R. Means the quality factor is find out, there is a 2 pi f L upon R, and 2 pi f, it stands for the angular frequency omega, and omega L is stands for, here is the inductance x of L upon resistance R. Means according to the basic definition, the quality factor Q is defined as the ratio of inductance to the resistance, here inductance to the resistance. So let us consider the sinusoidal voltage V is applied to capacitor with small resistance R is as shown here. So here, to find out the quality factor Q, which is equal to inductance to the resistance, it is defined as the ratio of inductance to the resistance. Then after that we move towards to find out the quality factor of the capacitor. So for finding out the quality factor of the capacitor, the sinusoidal voltage V is applied to capacitor with the small resistance, which is shown in figure here to show it. Then say the maximum energy stored per cycle is given by the capacitor, which is equal to EC, which is equal to 1 by 2 C Vm square, and Vm is stands for maximum voltage drop across the capacitor, so that Vm, which is equal to peak or maximum value of the applied voltage, so that it is given 1 upon 2 C into Vm square, and Vm is given Im upon omega C, is Im upon Xc, so that it's square, so that 1 upon 2 Im square upon here omega square, here is the omega square C square, and this C parameter and this square parameter gets cancelled out. Therefore the equation is 1 upon 2 Im square upon omega square C. So that the average power dissipated, the average power is dissipated in the capacitor is given by PD, which is equal to Im upon root 2 square into R. Therefore Im square R upon 2. This is the average power dissipated in a capacitor. And the maximum energy stored per cycle, that will be given by 1 upon 2 Im square omega square C. So the total energy dissipated the per cycle is given, the energy dissipated per cycle, which is equal to power dissipated upon the angular frequency, which is equal to 1 upon 2 I square into mf. So the f is the frequency of the operation. Thus by the definition of the quality factor, there is a capacitance to the resistance, and the capacitance to the resistance, which is given 2 pi into, in this equation 2 pi into the power dissipated upon energy stored per cycle, the power dissipated, which is equal to 1 upon 2 Im square upon 1 upon 2 Im square R upon m. So that here is also Im square gets cancelled out, 1 by 2, this parameter is again cancelled out, and only remains here 2 pi f omega square Rc. So that the 2 pi f, which is equal to omega, hence here omega square, this parameter gets cancelled, omega and omega square, and only the omega parameter will be remains as it is. So that here the quality factor Q, which is equal to 1 upon omega Rc. In this way we have find out the parameter, there is a quality factor for the capacitor and quality factor for the inductor we calculated. Thanks for watching. If any doubts, any query, please write on my comment page, and please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day.